Hello? Late again. A wizard never really... A wizard arrives when he's needed. Whatever that fucking old guy used to say. Alright. Why am I zooming out? Don't do that. Holy shit, dude. Damn. Now that's a guitar. Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. How's everybody's day been? Hello, Cherry, Justabug, Soviet, what's poppin'? Everly, how's it going? Hope everybody's day's been good so far. Today, I went down to the university. I went up to, rather, the University of Washington, UW, as the kids call it, to look at the sakura trees in bloom, the cherry blossoms, if you will. They were beautiful. I couldn't see anything because I switched out my eye-seeing dog glasses for something a little cuter. But they were beautiful nonetheless. From what I could see, I was impressed. Hello, Willow. What up? You're alive, just above? Glad to hear it. Today, if you didn't know, we are playing, which you should. I hope you know. We are playing Esoteric Ebb. A really good game thus far. We'll see if it's going to be one of my favorite games. I'd certainly like playing it, I'll tell you that much. Great Grandpa been having PTSD attacks today. Shit! Did you punch him in the mouth? Don't do that. Don't punch your Great Grandpa in the mouth. We are back again, Esoteric Ebb. I don't remember where we fucking left off. I know we left off, obviously, in the Undercity. In the Undertow. I think, though, the election's in 2 days, I think? 3 days? So we're gonna have to make sure that we are able to get back to the surface in time to vote. But we just finished talking to Azazel here. We gotta climb back up. You approach the step once more, a long step. Thank the gods you don't have to try so hard this time. We take the step again. Your great-grandpa was a racist, Cherry. Racist against who? You are at the top of the step. Good for me. Good for me, dude. Embedded upon this altar, you see a circular stone slab. Whoever's worked this survey site in the past has attempted to place it in its natural position. It reminds you of a copper calendar, but far, far older. This is a moon chart, left by the white-maned barbarians of the Divine Era. The various glyphs on the surface denote not a language, but rather sigils, it seems. And there's nothing to decipher. I don't fucking remember where we are. We are in the survey site. Roots. The survey site, I think, takes me to the roots. And the roots, you get to the roots from not Pillar Crossing, but like lower Pillar Crossing. Like there's supposed to, like, whatever is below this pillar, there's another pillar. But it's not showing up. It's not showing up on the map. Hello, Little Must. Can you have mod? Yeah, man, you got it. I'll give that to you right now. Chinese people, Jerry? Damn. A low number SS member. Yours was a dickhead? Damn. There's a lot of bad great-grandpas out there, dude. We have to be careful. We have to remember that we came from this way. And I was hugging the right wall, so we just have to go back along the right wall. We just have to be back in time to vote. Nothing else matters, as long as we can make the election. This door cannot be opened. Good to know. Okay. Are these traps? They are. Fucking god. Ominous hallway. Click. That was not a good click. Bad click. Bad click. You feel pressure change. A rushing wind causes you to be pulled just an inch further into the hallway. Then you notice the wall holes opening up. The goblin behind you is already in action. Back up now. Oh, DC 8. I should be able to hit that. Yeah, so very good. I get saved yet again. Excellent. Nice job. Thank you for saving me, Schnell. You just barely escaped the deep clutches of the skin-melting heat. Standing up, you realize the fire singed the edges of your uniform. Adrenaline leaving the system. Pain. Burns. Fuck. Roll around, put out the last of the fire. But you live! Woo! God damn it. Don't waltz into obvious death hallways like that. I don't need to see more of your near-death experiences. I'll try to keep an eye out in the future. Yeah, good. I can't pull you out of the fire every time, you know. And if you get fried, I'm screwed, so don't. Just don't. The goblin does care, in more ways than one. Now donut to the hallway before you disable the trap, or you'll get roasted again. Looking back, the hallway has no marks of being filled with flames. For the same reason, it's still functional. It's a magic trap. As you dust yourself off, Snell squints at the strange paw prints on the walls. Wait, I think I know what this is. Feeling esoteric? I'm fucking ebb and flow. I'm ebb and flow right now, Graham. You've been here the shortest, therefore you should be mod. I agree, Justabug. But only on the grounds that you tell me bug facts. These marks. This is where you can deactivate the trap. Let's check them out. Yes, they're most likely connected with its esoteric nature. Investigate. Terrible, terrible hallway. Paw prints, one on each side. There are 2 faint paw prints here, one on each side of the hallway. I think the traps like these are my least favorite part of the job. How can you tell the hallway's trapped? He gives you a look. The type of look a father gives his son when he learns about the destruction of the family heirloom, a sword passed on for generations. It's trap, cleric. That's true. You're a nice reader. Thank you, Lil. Thank you, Little. Should I touch one of them? It could end poorly, but... yeah, the only way to find out if they are esoterically aligned or not. Just be ready for the worst. Esoteric bullshit like this has a tendency to do stuff. What are your thoughts on these paw prints? I feel like it would be very silly behavior to go around touching paw prints in the city below, but honestly, considering the strange traps I've heard of, it wouldn't surprise me if this was some bullshit puzzle. A bullshit puzzle. Could be something like, we have to press both of them at the same time, and that somehow deactivates the trap for a while. It's worth a try, I suppose. What's the worst that could happen, apart from being polymorphed into a rust monster or something? That would never happen to me. I'm too lucky. Wish I had your confidence. You get in a position and look over to your companion at the left paw. He reaches up to it after a moment of hesitation. Yeah, this is magical. You see him shiver at the realization. But nothing more than that, he says, and puts his whole weight into it. Try pressing yours. Just 2 fellas pressing the wall. True. Can you get mod now? You already are, Little. Clunk. The goblin jumps back, a deep groan from the walls. That... did it do something? The fuck is that ticking noise? Esoterical vibes. A pressure change? Something's happening. As you peer into the hallway, you see something appear on the wall. Is that writing? At the entrance, a whirling mess of faint night light forms a stable shape. Antrad en par e probas. That is cat speech. You cannot read it. Ah, this construction must be a remnant of the White Mane tribe. This will be dangerous. What a sexy tongue. Gross. Why is there cat speech on the wall? Yeah, it's a good question, but I can read this, kind of? Let him focus. He stares at the text and mumbles to himself. It says, enter, as a pair, and be probed. Not probed, proved. Like the dwarvish prov, it's a trial. Not probed, proved. He snaps his fingers. Yeah, that's it. It's a test. Enter the hallway in a pair and be tested. I'm ready. What? Are you... The goblin takes a deep breath through clenched fangs. Yeah, okay. On 3, 2, 1. Start walking. The 2 of you step forward. In hesitant unison. Trembling. The text is changing. Stop. You both stop halfway looking at the magical lettering on the wall. Al son divino la puerta se abrirá. Oh gods, your companion mutters. Something divine? Something... port? Open a gate? You can read it, right? It's not like I took a formal lesson. I've just picked up a few words here and there. You have a serious question? It's very serious. I'm braced and ready. He's sweating. A feeling of dread growing in his heart. A clicking sound starts to echo out in the hallway. Tick, 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 tick. Gods be damned. Okay, hold on. I got this. Tick. Al son divino. That's a divine song? Tick. Puerta is door. Tick. Listen to the divine song and the door will open. Your doom is near. Doom is the lair of the Lich. Oh. Okay, cool. Yeah, very cool. He glances around the hallway erratically. The ticking is kind of a song. A rhythm, at least. If you have a pinky finger, What would happen if you drenched your other fingers in pink paint? Pink fingers? Pinkle fingers? Gross. He's shaking. That ticking. Tick, tick. Oh, it's kind of catchy. You're clearly supposed to move forward in rhythm with the song, but without knowing it innately, it would be incredibly difficult to follow it. Would it, huh? Follow your instinct? I would rather roll the charisma check dice, but DC 15 is probably an easier check, but +8's hard to pass up. Oh. This is a tough one. 6, 7, 8, 15, 16, 17. So this is basically the same roll. Because I'm getting +8 I'm getting an extra +2 regardless. Give me a charisma check. Bada boom! Killer! Tap, tap, tick, tick. The rhythm lives in your soul. It must have been passed down. It lives inside your joints. The power it wields over you is indescribable. You've repeated this prayer, this chant, for unity and enlightenment, for reasoning and meaning. Take a step forward alongside Schnell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2. The goblin keeps up, each step forward made with trembling, adrenaline-fueled fear. Oh gods, oh gods, oh gods. Take those final steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. He mouths as he joins you in those final steps. 3, 4, 5. Oh shit. He takes a deep breath. We're out. Oh gods. Be good. We're out. Pant and groan on the ground to keep yourself from crying. Cleric, look, he mutters and points to the wall once more. Another line of shifting magical text appears. Passad libres por mandato celestial. It says we can pass liberally by celestial mandate. Hell yeah, we can. Feels like Free Strider bullshit. Feel terrible, feel awful, feel like shit. Liberally sounds like something I'd support. The time nor place for politics. Sounds like some Free Strider bullshit. First of all, every liberty doesn't automatically conflate with Free Strider. Hello, Little Must. What's up? Secondly, I got it wrong. It's pass freely, I think. So I guess we can come and go as we please now. You okay? No, I'm not. Oh, like emergency not okay, or short rest and you'll be fine not okay? The second, definitely. No, we're on the same page. I'll be honest, he mutters, slumping down to the ground a bit further down the hallway. That was worse than the Mass Torsion. Mass Torsion is a 4th level transmutation spell, infamous as one of the most horrific forms of magic employed during the Coast Wars. It caused torsion in every testicle within a range of 100 feet. It is outlawed by the way of Hollowswith Ting of 501 AE. Mass Torsion, an infamous spell that causes all testicles around to twist, turn, and clench. It's horrific. Can you have mod because there's a shield next to your name? Yeah, sure. Take a few more steps away from the hallway of doom. The goblin's gaze flits around, dancing from tile to tile. He's looking for more traps. Oh yeah, he wants to sit down. Finally, Schnell seems to find himself more at ease. He lets out an exasperated sigh. I need a goddamn breather. Same. With a groan, the goblin notices some soot on his jacket. He brushes it off. What a way to sit, by the way. This isn't exactly my first trap, but we usually hire third parties to disable them. You're a bit of an expert on this stuff? Depends on who you compare me to. Cast testicular torsion on that local wizard. Damn. Rooting around in his patch, Schnell finds a tiny green sphere. He smacks it against the ground and it begins to flutter up into the air. A sprite spirit. Some type of primal essence. Cool sprite. Thanks. Sadly, it's my last one. When the goblin leans back against the dungeon wall, making sure to check for any trap mechanisms beforehand. Look, I work mainly in Upper and Lower Tolstad. The city below is not my responsibility, usually. So apologies if I don't have these magically shifting tunnels memorized like some veteran adventurer. From what I've read, the city below is incredibly dangerous. Damn right. You've heard that the city below changes from time to time, but most people believe it to be a myth. I thought the shifting tunnels thing was a myth. It's not. He states it plainly and quickly as if he's had to prove it often. This place? It's real close to the garden, right? Yeah. Wasn't here a couple months ago. Between the garden and the water lane sewers, I'm 100% sure there was a slanted hallway full of frozen spikes. We boarded them up as well as we could at the time. Boarding up? That only lasted a couple hours. It moved? Yeah, it moved around. All this shit does. The esoteric nature of the city below is well documented. It's mainly to do with sentience, if you believe the few scholars who have been allowed to investigate it. The more living minds present, the less chaotic a section will be. But this, what the goblin describes, is enough activity to warrant a proper look. That's insane. I figured all the shifting calmed down after the conquest. It didn't. From what I understand, your dead god and his paladins used to keep things clean. Nowadays, it's getting weirder by the day. But hey, now you're here, so you can take on this esoteric bullshit, right? Do well, and I'll buy you a beer. Deal? Sure. Wait. Right, you're not allowed. I'm not, no. Oh shit, I keep forgetting you're like an actual cleric. No alcohol at all, eh? They've already acquired the testicular torsion spell. It's over. Of course not. Intoxicants are the work of the evil and chaos. As clerics, we must abstain and maintain our fight against discord. Plus, we cannot cloud our minds. We must remain vigilant so we can fulfill our sacred quests and make sound judgments upon our people. I don't like the taste. But you've tried it, at least. You were 14 years old. They had lax security at the dance clubs in those days. Those were the days. Wasn't my thing. Yeah, it's not for everyone. But trust me, the city below is very esoteric. It's also really fucked up, which explains why your beloved city would give up the property rights to a bunch of goblins, huh? He laughs. A sad laugh. And these last couple of years, there's been more and more Reedsian scholars going delving to study it. The old lady doesn't let them in on her turf, of course. Chasing them away is one of the many jobs. Politely, of course. I'm not some syndicate gangster. He instinctively throws out the gangster comment, bit of a sensitive topic. But the other tribes are more accepting, for a ton of coin, of course. What is your job, Schnell? I'm a runner and a handler with the HWBT. Look at him until he actually tells you what he does. He crosses his arms. I do a ton of stuff, okay? I run errands for the old lady, anything she needs. I also make sure our operations run smoothly. Everything from the apartment rentals to the CBS. That's shorthand for the city below security. Anything the old lady needs, I do. You're a custodian. No, that's... You see his face contort into a painful expression. Gods be damned. Custodian might actually not be that far off. My job mostly just consists of talking to people, cleric, like we're doing right now. A lot of talking and a lot of running around. He takes a deep breath. Exactly what we're doing right now, just without the light dungeoneering. Nice work, by the way, with the trap. Don't mention it. My cat speech isn't the greatest, so I'm not sure what I expected. But we're alive. That's all that counts. He's a bit shaken up over it. You okay, by the way? No serious burns? No need to visit a healer or anything. I'm very good at abjuration magic, it's fine. Abjuration? He scratches his chin. That's the Protect Tomato one, right? Protect Tomato goes crazy. Ah, the old tomato reference guide. They use it in schools to teach the differences between the esoteric categories. You know about the tomato cheat sheet? Oh shit, everyone knows about the tomato cheat sheet. He looks proud. But wait, is all healing magic abjuration? Because that's the one that protects, right? A shield is protection, but healing sounds more of a post-protection thing to me. It's a bit more complicated than that. The esoteric can be malleable, after all. Huh, interesting. Well, I learned something new today. How lovely. You know, it's good to see this. See what? Comment on the niceness of this unity. It's good to see this, the city and the goblins working together at last. Your companion allows the echo of your words to die further down the hallway, then a faint smile on his face. Nailed it. You ever meet him? Him? Who? Earth. Ah, how interesting to see him broach such a topic. That is, I agree. He will surely focus in on the genocide, just casually asking if you met a god. Nope. Snell nods. First generation post-Earth, eh? It really sucks. Huh. The goblin leans back against the wall, glancing up at the ceiling. I always hated Earth. Excuse me? He scratches his nose. I grew up being told to be grateful. But let me ask you this, cleric. If you were the last of your kind, one of maybe 8,000 or 9,000 humans left in the world, and you were then told to be grateful to be alive just because the same monster that destroyed your entire culture also decided to let you live for some reason, would you be grateful? He speaks of the goblin genocide. Grateful. The goblin genocide was Earth's greatest mistake. He lets out a mocking laugh. It's good to know our current predicament was due to a mistake. Thanks for clearing that up. Grateful. The goblin stares at you. He's expecting nothing good to come out of your mouth. You can be grateful. If you're allowed to live, it was probably because you did something the dead ones didn't. The goblin wants you to tell him you'd share his anger, obviously. If your people fell, then they did not have the power to live. It is as simple as that. I would hate the monster who destroyed my people. His stern expression drops. Who wouldn't? Chanel clicks his tongue and gets up. Every goblin asks themselves that question. To be a Cran or not to be Cran? We all got different answers. What to do when the past is erased? He groans and shakes his legs a bit. They must have fallen asleep from sitting on the dungeon floor. Some focus on building something, culturally or politically. Some try to get rich in this new Free Strider world. Some of us, we... His voice trails off as he stares back at the fiery hallway. Stare at him. The goblin grunts to himself. It doesn't matter. I serve Lady Sageleaf. Chanel turns his back to you, his expression calm, collected. That's enough for me. This goblin is one of the good ones. True. Orderly, strictly trained, conscientious, his queen, his dragon whipped the halfways into shape over such a short span of time. He does not need to think so much of his position. His culture was eradicated because of a utilitarian choice by an oppressive numinist. Yes. That was then, now is now. As long as he keeps this up, he will, along with his peers, have created a new type of goblin 1,000 times more useful. Once you take power, these goblins will be fine servants. That could have gone worse. But yeah, probably smart to not talk genocide with the guy whose entire culture was erased. Like, what, 50 years ago? Wait, oh shit, it's literally the 50-year anniversary this year. That's fucking crazy. Anyway, don't mention that, or any of this again. He'll probably be happiest if you just listen and take it like a good little Ascalist or something. No. Your companion looks at you for a while. His yellow eyes seem to behold you, seeking another answer. This one's on me. What? This, short rest. It's on me. Lovely. The sprite light fizzles out just in time. I'm good to go now. Get up and get going. Very good, dude. Very good. What a conversation, dude. Kill this bastard. Kill this bastard. So, obviously, this is the direction we have to be heading in. And there is no map for there's no map for this labyrinth. No secret tunnel? Have enough anguish being bound to a chair as it is. Thus I don't hold hate on any individual here. Very bold of you, Graham. Very bold of you. I'm out here in the damn river. So much food. A grill and some crates. These are the sewers below Waterway. Oh, no interactable there. Engage me. HWBT crates and esoteric stove. At the end of the sewer path, you encounter a stove. Around it sit some crates and what looks like a ragged bedroll. This is a camp. That's a body. What is that? That's not a body. That's the head of a dragon. Who camps in the sewers? We got ourselves a big-ass sewer rat here. Big enough to camp and cook. The goblin looks around the dark, damp tunnel. I don't like this one bit. Look around. Some rats scurrying around the corners, nothing else. DC check 19 is crazy, dude. Is it normal to camp in a place like this? No, cleric. Norvik sewers are notoriously dangerous. No sane person would rest here or survive. Feel the stove. It's not entirely cold. Recent, huh? What are these crates? Leaning in, you see symbols hatched into the corners of the wood. HWBT. Huh. The goblin inspects them as well. We've had shipments going missing on Water Lane in periods. Now I know where they end up. He taps the crate. Spices. He taps another. Potatoes. Yeah, oh, it's food crates. Food. Just food. Over time, it's been a lot. Yeah, these crates hold food. Why food? A glance reveals most are empty. Whoever's down here is clearly siphoning off resources from the Halfway Bridge tribe. Why food in the sewers? A foolish question. Obviously, this is a hideout of some kind. I've been trying to nail this thief for a while. Figured it was some organized thing. Considering the size of this haul, it's gotta be. Why food? You know, I've been asking myself that very question, and I could never quite figure it out, but look. The goblin shoves the loose lid of crates, revealing an empty crate. An empty inside. Oh god, so they got a mega monster down here. It's either that or... Hold on, a mega monster? Is that an official classification? No. Right. He no longer cares. Off the top of your head, you calculate that 3 full-grown adult human men could live on this amount without problem. Or one very large creature, like a loxery or a minotaur. A loxery, elephant folk, known for their massive size and ability to keep growing their entire lives. As part celestials, most of them live in Divini Torum and Yim, although some are known to migrate peacefully into the valleys of Vizhka peaks from the Girkut homeland. The dwarves generally have a very good relationship with them. A minotaur is a common term for bovine folk, a rare folk upon the coast, mostly found in Heiji and the inland Vorgeni. Riddle me this, if you were gambling, what kind of roll would you get? What kind of roll? Probably like 2 3s. Probably like a 6 and a 7. A hunter. You never thought to check the sewers? Of course not. It's not even connected to water lane, except for the water flow. And that's... He stops and squints at the water. Those motherfuckers. You see what they're doing? No clue. They've been dumping crates into the water flow, then catching them down here. Probably with a net or something. The goblin glances around the tunnel. Diabolical. I'd be impressed if it wasn't for my job to keep track of this shit. Comes creeping. Oh, fucking God. Oh, God in heaven, dude. This is making me hungry. Really? You? He's calling you spindly and weak or something. Yeah. No, it's just... I think I haven't seen you eat anything but apples. Apples are food. I am aware. But look, I just assumed you weren't the type to get hungry. Not exactly a foodie. Of course I do, I'm normal. Yeah. Totally normal. You knew I'd say that? What, 6 7 or 2 3s? The most normal. Top normie. Right behind. So what do you propose? Should we keep guard to see if they come back? Possibly. We could also get backup. I know we're on the tea shop mission, but... Fucking quest. Let me continue. This is the kind of a big deal for the halfways. Lady Sageleaf will be happy to finally get this thorn cut down. We should go get backup. Yeah, probably for the best. I somehow have the feeling that whatever is eating all this won't be too happy about us finding the stash. Your very flesh. Your companion gasps for air as he glances back. You watch as his entire being suddenly leaves his corporeal body. For an instant, he is not a goblin, he is a ghost. Kraid hungers. The rage of a Skan. Turn around. The goblin's already on the move, his sling loaded, spinning, aiming. To see Hunt come to Kraid, how good. What is that? Scramble to get ready. You watch the hulking mass of flesh and wet scales rising from the shadows of the sewer. A crocodilus. A crocodilus is a rare sentient folk, mainly encountered in the swamplands of Heiji. Extremely deadly. Beware. I'm going to die, by the way. It towers over you, its gaping maw widened into what could be construed as a mocking smirk. How about a dex check? How about a 7? A 9. He got a 12, he got a 13. Earth blesses your soul. Chanel's sling creates an incredible sound echoing down the tunnel. He lets his stone fly into a powerful blast. The projectile hits the monster right in the neck, causing him to let out an angry growl. As if all the playful toying with his food is suddenly over. The croc-like creature lunges forward. Silent and focused, it reaches your face and your entire body, enveloping you with its maw. And then it bites down. I have 1 health left. You manage to squirm out of its grip before it rips your being into shreds. Blood is lost. You can't let that happen again. Shit. Whoa. Bow down before it's too late. There's not much time, but if there's any chance to de-escalate, do it now. Stop, we've come to bargain. I can charm him? I can fucking charm him! It's over, dude. You whisper the words in a rushed tone and snap your fingers. Immediately, you see within the smirking beast's eyes that twinkle. The charm landed perfectly. Stop this. It stops. A creepy croaking noise comes out of its maw. What do you... Gesture for Chanel to be quiet. Kraid greets friend. Take a deep breath. And friend's little snack. The goblin takes a deep breath, leaning on his knees. I'm a little snack, alright. That does not mean anything. The goblin is delirious from adrenaline. Is 67 most of what your coworkers hear when next to you? No, Graham! 67 is what I hear from my coworkers! It's not fair! Kraid offers guidance to friend. How goes the hunt? The beast has a different tone with you now, as if the bloodlust was instantly sated. Can you promise not to kill us? He looks you up and down. Kraid does not kill. Kraid cannot kill. But I have a hard time believing you. Kraid knows not. Gods be damned. Why does it feel like a fight's not over yet? Whom do you serve? Kraid hunts for Bulba's slop. Your god? God. The crocodile stops and thinks for a moment. Crocodile. Then he says, Master. That's like one of those fairy tale titans, I think. Creep. Why are you down here? Kraid lurks until next hunt. Okay, when's that? Soon. Nice. Horrifying and vague. Did you steal from the Halfway Bridge tribe? Steal. Kraid takes what Kraid needs. Well, tell me about yourself. Kraid follows the hunt. This is all about Kraid. Can you please promise not to kill us? Wow, pacifist, huh? Kraid does not know this. Gods be damned. Alright then. Hope you know what you're doing, cleric. As the charm fades from the beast's dead eyes, it lets out a rumbling noise. Gah! Kraid is bored. You are cleric, no? Yes! Yes! Oh! 1 fucking health, dude. The goblin takes a deep breath, then he hisses at you under his breath. Do not push your luck. Yes, you know me. Do not trouble. And Kraid will not trouble. The beast lumbers over to the encampment, and you look on, taking heavy breaths. Schnell leans on his knees. He appears to be shaking. Kraid sits down on a crate in front of the little stovetop. Hunt is done for daytime. Now is rest and cooking. What in the world have you stumbled onto here? Gulp and approach the camp. God in fucking heaven, dude. Oh. Hello, Kraid. You mind if I take a gander? Constitution check. Ooh. Crocolisk folk, a mad flesh-eating beast of Jor from the swamps of Taiji. He hasn't eaten you yet. You don't know why. We gotta talk to him, obviously, but I'm gonna walk this one and maybe get some maybe get 8 apples. Yeah, maybe get 8 apples. I think that's chill. There's a potion of healing among these empty bottles. I'll definitely take that. Oh, there's a charisma check? No, Schnell, get out of here, man. They won't let me push this one. They hate me. No. That's stuck on there. Oh my fucking god. Hello, Kraid. How goes it, man? I should heal. 33 apples. Yummers. 2d4 plus 2. I should get extra health, but honestly, let's see if I can heal from having a meal. The hulking beast looks at you with a deep hunger. Run. Kraid greets human. I found this rat. The monster stares at you as you hold up the white rat in an uncomfortable grip. Kraid sees that. There are 5 of them. They make a lot of noise when they come around. Put the rat back in your pouch. I guess I'll have to find all 5 then. But why? It's a quest. Who gave you this quest? I don't know. Then you should probably reconsider before you head out on a rat hunting mission, since nobody has promised you pay for it. So yeah, think about that. Kraid keeps on grilling. We gotta find all 5 rats and bring this guy all 5 rats. It looks like he keeps them as friends. Have you seen a man in yellow going past here? Kraid has seen this, yes. You have? Yes. Kraid saw a human in yellow go past. Kraid meant to eat such fancy human, but this human was fast, and turned invisible before Kraid could approach. Huh. Kraid did hear fancy yellow human speak to self while walking. Human said, "Where's the damn secret passage again?" Secret passage, where? Kraid does not know. Went into the dungeon? Fancy human come from southern caves. Going into dungeon, yes. Thank you for the info. The monster smirks, or it makes no expression at all, because it always smirks. What do you hunt down here? Many things. Kraid dive and stalk. There is wildland below. Far, deep, dark. Find anything good down there? Yes. Kraid takes many trophy, from big chicken to little drake, and those of many, many teeth and eye. Most are not tasty, some, very. He glances at your companion. You! The goblin does a comically loud gulp. Huh? He tries to play it off. Nice. Little green men. You are not tasty, and not even fun to hunt, but you look spicy. He holds up a hand in a stern face. I can assure you I'm not. The croc lets out an amused growl. You stay out of the city? Yes. Kraid hunts in wilds, urban sprawl too. Easy. When Kraid has mission, the hunt begins. Mission? The croc smirks. Kraid said nothing. Goblin leans towards you and whispers, don't. Where else do you hunt? Kraid hunts where he pleases. This land is good. Good for sport, great beast roam, and many fresh challenge await. When Kraid is on hunt, he goes far. Good to know. He lets out another short growl. Those rats seem to like you. Yes. Rat is Little Thing, which I remember from home. Big Rat, those are great friends. You had big rats where you come from? He lets out a happy growl. Big mushy swamp rat, the gayest of little rodent. I hunt as little, then as big, I follow. I learn. Big rat is great hunter. Little rat has much to learn, but they will. They will. That's great. He turns to you and whispers, let's not get too friendly with the rat-loving killer croc, alright? What do we do about the crate situation? Honestly, it's not a good idea to start shit here. The whole stolen shipments thing is an issue, yes, but the halfways do not have the resources to deal with this solid unit of a beast right now. What if I ask him to stop? The goblin gives you a surprisingly neutral expression. Politely? Very politely. Go ahead, play high-risk alligator picker, why not? Alligator picker is a children's game where you get your fingers pricked by a makeshift alligator mouth if you press the wrong tooth. A rare toy these days is the last factory producing in Blood City Bay shut down due to an above-board amount of hunted copies being sold across the coast. Oh. I can roll an 8 charm, easy money. That's natural 24. Right. You're battling against a hungry beast here. But not just that. You're also facing what can only be described as a connoisseur. You're kidding. Not this time. You'll need to offer a bargain. Some better, nicer cooking supplies than the average HWBT stock. Ah, you mean... Oh yes, you mean... Kraid, I wish to inform you that you are getting subpar goods here. Subpar? Those crates! They're all from the Halfway Bridge tribe. If you're looking for better goods, I would strongly suggest focusing on another target. The beast leans in and glares at you. Kraid wishes to know, where would better goods be found? Tell him about the dwarven vessels. They won't miss a few crates. As bad as stealing is, the ones who will miss it least are the free striders, the trade company. How would you feel if you failed to charm a crocodile? I would be dead, Graham. I would be dead. I would be dead because that would be my turn, and I would not survive another bite. I can't believe I survived the first bite. There is a warehouse connected to the Ascani Reach Trading Company. The city official ports go through the bottom view, you know, the other side of Waterline. Dwarven importer-exporter. There's a warehouse connected to the Ascani Reach Trading Company. He growls. They have better, fresher goods and more exotic stuff too. You'll definitely want to focus on them instead of these cheap goblin crates. Maybe Kraid will. The supply is getting stale. He turns back to his stove with a deep snicker. Nice job, the goblin whispers to you. That's probably as much as we could have hoped for. Redirection. So you're a chef, eh? Yes. Cleric is hungry. Kraid offer. Slog dog. Sausage made from gamey meat scraps, a classic among hunters across the coast. The beast holds out one of the strange sausage-shaped meat pieces. They got the slog dog. I mean, I gotta partake of the slog dog. It'll either kill me or be the greatest thing I've ever tasted. Slog dog. Yes, slog dog. You want a slog dog, Schnell? I'm good. He's never been gooder. Mystery meat could contain anything. Beware. Eat the food? Fuck. What's in it? Inspect the meat. You spend a few seconds looking it over. Some signs of aberration meat mixed with more traditional Ascani fauna. You can eat around the more poisonous flesh. What's in it? Meat! I see. I'm not gonna roll that. Maybe later. He growls and eats the sausage himself. More slog dog for Kraid. My guy got the slog dog. My dog is all slogged up, man. I want to eat the meat. I would like a free heal if I can. Kraid, give me your slog dog. Kraid, slide your slog dog into my mouth. Huh? You want a slog dog, Schnell? He's never been gooder. Eat the food. Oh! You wrap your gloved hand around the sausage with a firm grip. The slog dog speaks to you. The slog dog wants to be consumed, and I eat the thing. It goes down quickly, but the flavor catches up to you quickly. It's a bit harsh. Spicy and rotten, you fucking die. You fucking died. Don't eat the slog dog, folks. Don't let Kraid feed you his slog dog. You'll die, because it's poison. It's poison. It's fucking poison. Fucking god. Alright, well. There's another TF2 weapon demonstration. Are there new weapons, Graham? Why is there a weapon demonstration? What do you mean there's a weapon demonstration? There fucking shouldn't be. Holy shit, dude. What the fuck is this? A massive statue of a minotaur. The door closes behind you. Your companion lets out an audible gulp. Red Zilba. Face the light with a straight back. The words change tone and intensify, mimicking your own way of speech. Two have stepped onto the fifth chamber of trials. This will be your final and most mounting challenge yet. O champions of the host. If outside again you wish to see, answer me these questions 3, the answer of which I shall judge fairly upon thine soul. Who will take the first step? Damn, why'd you have to pick the scary red light cowl room? I will take the first step. The light lands upon you. First question. Get ready. Whatever is thrown your way, you will know the answer. What's your name? Whoa, deja vu. Not this again. My name is... The light intensifies. Say Ran. Ran. The light blinds you for a moment and you feel the chamber shake. What is your quest? To solve the mystery of the tea shop that blew up. Again, the eyes of the cow glare into a fiery beam. And your greatest fear? To be abandoned. For a third time, you feel that rumble, along with a hot gaze of the Minotaur that then turns to your companion. The chosen will be you. Schnell, in response, gives off a shocked scoff. That's easy. You can sense the relief pass over him. Yeah, this is pretty stupid. All that build-up for nothing. At least the cows know how to put on a show. The goblin stands up straight, facing the light. Go ahead, Guardian. Ask your question. What's your name? My name is Schnell. He enunciates perfectly. The eyes of the statue grow stronger once more. What's your quest? You catch him glancing at the side for a second. My quest is... Be quiet and hope the goblin doesn't fuck this up. My quest is to serve Lady Sageleaf. Again, it rumbles, and you get to the crescendo of that final third question. Nothing bad yet. Very nice. Schnell looks confident. What is the scholarly definition of numinism? His face drops. What is the scholarly definition of numinism? That depends. Arcane era scholarly definition or divine era scholarly definition. It doesn't matter. I can't give the answer to Schnell. It's quite terrible. Attempt to show Schnell what numinism means. The goblin has his eyes fixed on you as you hold up your hands. Pretend to act like a tyrannical magic man with a big stick, then pretend to use magic to mind control your followers. Then pretend to show those followers slowly overcome you as way better arcanists come into power through a fair system of meritocracy during the Arcane era. Pretend to pray, then pretend to be a big, strong earth. Then pretend to show him how people congregate into cultural units underneath god kings during the divine era. His eyes are full of panic as you spend precious seconds waving your hands around. But just to be clear, your miming here is on point. His panic overwhelms him. He's unable to begin to focus on your attempts to communicate. Unfortunately, he opens his mouth to speak, still staring at you dumbfounded. What the fuck are you doing? Ah, beneath you is a sea of spikes. Off! Grab onto anything. No! Microseconds, that's what you've got. But somehow you do manage to stretch out, sprawling out, with your hands landing on rough stone and your feet, let's just say, you're in a bit of a shitty position right now. Do not move. Let's just relax here. I'm sure there's a way to solve this. Yeah, good. Keep holding. The goblin tends to take a step down from your lower back. Your feet slip an inch. Whoa! Shit. Your entire body is quaking. You cannot hold this for long. Okay, new plan. Cast Spider Climb. I don't have Spider Climb prepared. You don't have Spider Climb prepared? Why the fuck would I have Spider Climb prepared? I don't know, why would you? I actually can't think of a single useful situation for it. You did used to have Spider Climb in your spellbook before the river took your collection. Alas, you'll have to do this with a brutish way. You're gonna die. Look down. You see spikes. Many, many sharp iron spikes. I have to roll the Constitution check and then die. Schnell, climb off carefully. Right, okay, careful. He shifts his weight to one side. Your left foot slips. Careful. I'm trying. He takes another step. Your right hand loses grip. For one terrible moment, you feel yourself falling. Try to climb off. I got this. You don't. Ah, so fucking close, dude. Ah, they fucking hate me. Alright, I will go after Schnell. Schnell, you fucking bastard. Why would you do all that? Why would you do all that just for me to get sucked? You there, Minotaur. Chase the light with a straight back. Oh... nudge Schnell. What? No, you're the cleric. You'll deal with your magic talking statue and do not get us killed. Remain silent. Me! Whoa, deja vu. My name is... Rand. Solve the mystery of the dungeon to be abandoned. Alright, Schnell, let's see it, brother. Show me again your moves. Be quiet and hope the goblin doesn't fuck it up. Squat down and stare at... What is the scholarly definition of Arcane Era? Numinism is the governmental rule of divine dictatorship. It's quite terrible. What about the scholarly definition? That depends. Okay, Divine Era. Numinism is a belief that the right of walking gods to rule mortals. It's quite terrible. Squat down and stare at the goblin. He looks around, shrugging wildly. I attempt to show Snell what Numinism means. Tyrannical magic man. What the fuck are you doing? Alrighty then. Just relax. I'm sure there's a way out of this. Hold tighter. I don't have spider climb. Alright. Look down, lose that check, hold out while you can. There we go. Alright, so Schnell is about to get off. Schnell's about to jerk off. A totally legit weapon demonstration? Ah, I see. You can hold. Snell, jump now. What? Fuck it, fine. After a moment of deliberation, the goblin then scrambles up your back, using your helm as a stepping stone, and leaps for the edge of the pit. But the flesh is firm. His claws find purchase in the stone, he pulls himself up. Okay, I'm out. A few agonizing seconds later, climb up on the side. The voice starts up again as you do. You have braved the pit of wrong answers. Breathe and stand. Wobbly but firm. You stand. Step forth and claim your prize, the plundered eye. I hate this place so much, your companion mutters to himself. Again, just to reiterate, Snell says across the gap, this place is somewhat dangerous. That was a bullshit question. Mine were way easier. Agreed. Not that it's that much of a surprise. Esoteric bullshit talking statues tend to be filled with esoteric bullshit. Who would have thought? The statue is now entirely silent, and you hear an esoteric boom coming from the drawer between its legs. That's sound. It unlocked. It's the exact noise an arcane seal makes during breaking. Awesome. Let's see what kind of bling that cow was hype. Between the legs of a beast. Incense Bowl is +1 intelligence and wisdom, but -1 charisma and constitution. Recovers a first level spell slot every 3rd hour. Wow! Wow! Holy shit, that's really good. If only it didn't cost me a charisma point. And a Jacinth. Wow, what an item. That's a good one. That's a great item. A chipped stone bowl. It contains several layers of ancient incense. If kept on your person, it grants you a passive incense burn. It also makes you smell a bit wonky, of course, and the smoke is really bad for your lungs, but at least it's not addicting. A red gemstone. It's very pretty. Probably very expensive. Once this whole election business is over, you could either sell it on the black market or turn it into the tower for a reward. Neither wouldn't really net you a fortune, but maybe a fraction of a fortune. Alright, sweet. That guy's done. God in heaven. God in heaven. We gotta get done with this, man. I gotta fucking, Oh no, everything's... I gotta get back up so I can read my books! 15 strength run. Everything suddenly goes very, very tight. A cramp. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. You can neither move nor breathe. Cleric, you okay? You hear your companion's voice faint, as if he's far, far away. This is possibly quite terrible. Hold on. You're not just playing around? I can't move. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Stop playing around. Stopping like that reminds me of this time that the goblin takes a step closer to you before jolting back. Gelatinous cube. All around you, acidic gel. Cube, slang for gelatinous cube. Gelatinous cube is, of course, a mindless yet dangerous cubic ooze. They're near impossible to spot due to their translucent nature and digest anything within their grasp with a horrendously acidic substance. They are common within dungeons, used as both guards and cleanup. A fucking cube! I'm fucking stupid. I should have known that this was gonna be a death roll. I should have eaten food. I should have eaten an apple. I should have done anything. I should have done anything. I should have fucking eaten food. At least everything is like a death roll check. This might be one of the greatest games ever made. Specifically because it's so hard to die, but I'm just so good at it. I might be the best to ever die, man. Alright, don't step on the fucking gelatinous cube. Let's eat a potion. 4? Fucking shoot me in the head. Eat a bunch of apple. That's full health. That's full health, baby. I only have 2 spell slots left, so I will, take a incense, just so I can get another spell slot back, just in case. You know, I'm fucking charming the crocodile, man. You're not joking. You're not playing around. It's a fucking cube. 9 damage. By earth, that fucking burns. You appear to have been enclosed within a gelatinous cube. You are statistically still likely to die here and now. No, not like this. Not in this terribly embarrassing way. What kind of idiot just walks into a cube? Cleric, you hear the goblin's voice faintly behind you. Listen to me. I don't know why, but the cube ain't aggressive. He tosses in a rope that quickly gets sucked into the gelatinous cube. Push a bit closer to the edge and grab the rope. I'll help you pull out. The rope doesn't get nearly close enough for you to easily take it, but if you can get to it, you might live. Listen to his voice. Oh, 22 strength check. 22 strength check. What are you talking about, dude? What are you fucking talking about? God in fucking heaven, man. God in heaven. You struggle against the incredibly hard mass surrounding your limbs, around everything. Strain and push. You fight, yet your muscles give out after reaching just a little bit further. The burning continues inside and around. Cleric, a faint voice calls out to you. That feeling isn't nice. The one where you're sitting, eyes fixed upon the bucket, the sour apple sticking out of it like a mountain of bad decisions. That sick and sinking feeling in your stomach. I feel fucking sick. It was not right. But you did it. They told you to. 15. You ate 15. You probably knew it wasn't real, but you did it. And when you walked up to those kids at the bottom of that pit behind the hill Central Lower School with the bucket filled with 15 apple sprout. Ugh, apple scrut. Feels like Inland Empire all over again, but this time I'm only bottoming out one stat instead of all of them. Apple scrut is Dwarven slang for apple core. They laughed. They chanted. Little shits. Children are the worst. That's when you got the nickname that stuck around until your dad died and you left the hills behind. They kept saying it. When you got mad, they said it. When you played along, mocking yourself, they said it. Fucking Apple Boy. Apple fucking Boy. It's not even a good name. So uninspired. Yet you still tried to follow them, to be nice, play nice, be a friend, Apple Boy. But eventually they just started running away. Fucking Apple Boy. Each time you would try to get close, they would laugh and snicker and leave. And so the Apple Boy was all alone until the day you fucking dumb asshole. Open your eyes. Take the damn rope. He does not enjoy seeing you be dissolved, clearly. What are you, sleeping? Get back to the grind. No more fucking apples. You push and fight against the endless pressure of this translucent force of acid and pain, and then you cling to it. Let's go. The goblin yells and pulls with all his might. Your muscles urge to stop, but the lack of pain on each limb as it escapes the cube's surface causes you to continue. And finally, you leave the cube. You pant and wheeze and cough up pieces of stuff still sizzling cube ooze onto the dungeon floor. And the pain fades. Part of what is your brain is not processing the incredibly horrific burns you've suffered. You best heal soon. Next to you, the goblin laughs. Holy shit, I thought you were a goner. Not yet. Good spirit. Go in the cube again? I'm gonna go in the cube again. You turn around and look at it. The massive gelatinous cube just stays entirely still. It doesn't move, nor react to your presence. That's a weird one. I've seen a few cubes, but never one that just sits there. Really ominous, honestly. It's clear that this cube is, at the very least, not very hostile. I wonder. Let me save. Let me save before I interact with this fuck-ass cube again, dude. And I just fucking healed and everything. Behold the cube. There's a gelatinous cube here. Trifle the cube. I can't reach whatever's inside that cube. What's up with that? It's a magic item. A torch built to burn forever. Could you get that torch, Snell? No. Could you? Maybe. Let me rephrase. Could you do it without having your skin be dissolved by the gelatinous cube? Guess we'll have to find out. The goblin lets out a deep sigh and looks across the surface of the jelly monster. The cube's weird. It's usually way more aggressive. The fact that we can stand here no problem means something's way off. And I bet it's that torch. Can you use your magic to grab it? There are a handful of spells that can work here. A protective shield if you wish to fight through the acid. Or Mage Hand. If I could find Mage Hand, then maybe that'd work if the gel would let me go through. If the gel would let it go through. Well, we'd have to find it then. I thought you clerics knew basic cantrips like that. I mean, we've even got some goblins who know it. It's not rare. Don't bully me. Ah, I didn't mean to come off as mean. Sorry. He means it. He lifts his chin. Anyway, he rubs his temples. For now, let's just not do anything rash. Go in the cube. Ha! Doesn't it feel like the torch has something to do with this weird gelatinous cube? It does. Not sure what you'd do about it, though. If you'd be able to reach it, maybe you'd find out more, but that'd require you to, you know, go inside. Unless you were to locate Mage Hand, perhaps you could find a copy of it somewhere upstairs. Could I actually reach the torch? The cube will let you walk into it, however. It will clamp onto you quickly, so you need to move as fast as you can before it decides to hold you tight. If you manage to move far enough while inside, then you could reach it. Shall we? Shall we give it a shot? We're gonna give it a funny go. I'm gonna fucking prayer of heal myself. That's 11 hit points. Why even fucking try, dude? Thanks. That healed Snell as well. I didn't even know if Snell had health. Push through and reach the torch. You grit your teeth. You rush head-on into the wall of gel. It is letting you through with zero resistance. Anyone would be forgiven for just walking into this without noticing. Go, quick. If you're gonna do something dumb like this, you better move. Rush through the gel. You push yourself forward, and just seconds after being completely consumed, you feel the gel start to tighten. Just a bit further. Almost. Come on. You're almost at the torch. You see it before you. The translucent gel holding you back, your hand just inches away from the torch. That's a 5. Skin melting. The pain is too great. Your body falters. Scream. Get through the pain. Get through the pain. Fuck. Nope. You fight it, but the cube just keeps squeezing and covering you in that burning, devilish substance. God, that hurts. It's too much. You cannot hear the goblin yelling beyond the gel. You are here, just you. But you can. You always could. Get through the pain. The pain is nothing. You can do this. Use a crosshair in Animal Crossing? You shooting the little dudes? One step, grab the torch. With the torch in hand, you feel the esoteric tingle. Turn off the torch. The click reverberates through the cube, and then it shudders. Oh, gods, it's getting mad. Look around. You see the gelatinous cube shake more violently for every passing second. It is searching for heat. Within the cube, you see what could only be described as cracks. It appears to be falling asunder. Flopping and jerking, the many pieces of the cube are flung across the chamber. Well, that explains it. This is not a cube. Smaller pieces smashed against the wall of the chamber, causing a terrible tremor. A ballet of goop. Until ultimately, each and every piece has escaped into the ventilation slits. You're covered in it. It burns. Get it off quick. The goblin carefully steps up to you, looking around. Didn't expect that. Seriously. Great job. You see the last pieces of goop slip down into the cracks near the wall. That fucking hurt. I don't doubt it. What the fuck happened? Gelatinous cubes are able to unite for a short duration. However, if more than two were to pack together, the combination would become unstable within mere seconds. What happened here was obvious. A multitude of cubes all came together to enjoy the endless heat coming from the rune torch. The heat, or perhaps due to some cosmological chance, the unity of cubes found an equilibrium, which was then disturbed once you turned off the heat source. The cube sure dropped a lot of stuff around the place. Let's see if there's anything interesting. You hear excitement in his voice. He clears his throat. Related to the tea shop, that is. The goblin wants some loot, and who can blame him? There are pouches spread across the chamber. Perhaps magic items were left behind by previous victims. Oh, I see one item. I got a fucking rune torch, which is what I'm interested in. A common gives me a 10-foot light. Interesting. A common magic item used by dwarves during mining and architectural operations. It's stuck in self-roaming mode since you don't know the passphrase, but hey, It lights the way. Self-roaming mode. Self-roaming these nuts. Hey, nice job. Nice job, me. There's something in this pot. A gelatinous cube, a docile stress cube, and 31 crowns. A translucent, somewhat firm gelatinous cube. These used to be sold as toys/pets. Today they're legal, probably because they can technically still dissolve human flesh, albeit very slowly. Alright, should we see what's in this door? This might be like the secret chamber where our boy is, but I don't really want to talk to him right now. A mysterious door. Before you stands an iron door. At its center, a 5-pointed star has been etched deep into the metal. Esoteric energy emanates from the surface. The door is sealed with powerful magic. A faint hum vibrates through the iron. That's some fancy door. The star symbol, it's connected to something. This is wizard work. Arcane. Deliberate. That fucking gelatinous cube, man. Fuck that guy. Examine the star symbol. You lean closer to inspect the etched star. 4 points, perfectly symmetrical. The work of a master craftsman or a wizard, or probably both. Each point of the star glows faintly with residual magic. Touch the door. Your gloved hand meets cold iron. A ripple of translucent energy pulses across the surface. It's locked. Magically. Arcane lock, just like at the tea shop. Any ideas, Chanel? About your fancy mystery dungeon door? He crosses his arms and stares at it. Not really my area of expertise, cleric. But I bet you need some kind of password, or a spell, or, you know, he mimes breaking something with his fists. Subtle. Very subtle. But yeah, could work. What? So, smash it. Or perhaps think for a bit. Obviously, there should be a way to get inside. Master Hagen Shags, I will learn. The door swings open with a powerful boom. The sound echoes through the dungeon hallways. Everyone heard that. Inside, you see a faint light emanating from within. Soft. Almost inviting. Perhaps a trap. Probably a trap. One locked door usually isn't enough for these fucking wizard types. Well, after you, cleric. The goblin gestures towards the open doorway. He's not going first, that's for sure. Beyond lies the unknown. What secrets did this wizard hide? It's time. Wow. Would you look at all that? A monster manual, but most pages are ruined. The list light's not real. You can hear the wind outside, an illusion, surely. Many ruined magic scrolls, except Dancing Light. Dancing Light is a cantrip. 1 action, duration, concentration, up to a minute. You create a torch-sized light within range, making it appear as a torch, lantern, or glowing orb that hovers in the air for the duration. Whichever form you choose, the light sheds dim light in a 10-foot radius. Sweet land of liberty. Whoops, I didn't mean to druidcraft. I could just have these on all the time. Whispering the spirits of nature, you create tiny harmless sensory effects that follow you. Primal entities that would otherwise hide from your presence. Oh. Oh, I can only have one on at a time, I see. That's a strange box. Arcane music box minus 2 charisma, now that's what I'm talking about. An ancient arcane box with strange knobs and buttons. Each turns to make some screeching, foul sound. You're unable to do anything beautiful, artistic, or functional with this. I see. I see. Is my brain melted? The gelatinous cube melted my brain. A stack of cryptic books. Not a mimic, that's funny. Sure, that looks safe. You stare at the sign. Your companion joins in on staring as well. It does indeed say not a mimic. Figure out what's off about this all. Who the fuck put this sign here? An interesting question. There are many mysteries in the city below, including the shifting tunnels and strangely intense esoteric pockets, being an area overtaken by esoteric magic, exceedingly rare along the coast. The further inland you get, the more common they are, the infinite wastes being theorized to be filled with nothing but. Normally magic like this would be quite rare, this close to the coast, but the city below is special. So this sign could very well be a manifestation of an esoteric event. In other words, the sign could very well be a natural phenomena ajour. So I'm assuming the chest is a mimic then. The sign appears to point towards that, yes. However, this whole area is clearly esoteric in nature, so beware. Did one of your goblin buddies put up this sign? My goblin buddies? He does not enjoy that turn of phrase. Yeah, you know, the go-bros. You not have friends, Chanel? He's just like you. For real. That's not... He stops himself. No, cleric. I can guarantee no one from the halfways put this sign up. When's Library of Ruina? Rough. Touch the sign. The second your gloved hand touches the surface of the sign, you realize something's off. Mainly because it's soft. And then... No, dude, the sign is a mimic? Oh my good God. Now many long teeth dig into your hand. Breaking the skin, crushing the bone. I fucking knew it. No, you didn't. A dozen eyes spawn from nowhere across the wooden surface, which is quickly turning rubbery and wriggly. Help me, Schnell! I'm on it. It lets out a gurgling, chortling noise as it vibrates against the wall. As the creature chews upon your flesh, you seem to recall an interesting factoid. Not the time. It's always time for knowledge. You see, you once read that if you're bitten, lockjawed by a beast like this, it's only one thing you should do. Shove the hand deeper. It's risky, but going deeper might just work. Whatever you do, do not touch it with the other hand. Punch it with your free hand. Chanel, what do I do? He's already grabbing a nearby rock and slamming it against the beast's open eye. Just try to get out of its grip, but without losing your damn arm. So... a Dex 12 check, but I have a +2, or a -2 on the 10 Constitution check. I think I'll take my chance with wriggling my hand free. There we go. Wait! What is it? Push and pull in and out quick. Push in your hand a little and then pull back. As you jolt your arm forward, the many sharp teeth are actually tugged out of your flesh. Then you pull back. Your hand escapes the maw of the beast. Stumbling back, you hold your bleeding hand. The goblins... I'm just losing blood. I've just been losing blood. The goblin steps in between you and the monster. Get back. Its many eyes focus on you two, and then... Righto, hold on. It speaks in a harsh, sharp tone. It speaks. You cannot sneak up on one. Sometimes my mouth cannot contain. It is hunger. Interesting. There have been documentation of mimics bred for greater intelligence, but they are commonly seen as extinct in the current post-war era. You can talk? Talk and think and breathe and bite. I do. All the time. Alright then, it's time. Talk this bad boy over to your side. You can do it. I honestly did not expect you to talk. This is kind of throwing me off a little. Do not talk often, no, but you understand. Yes, I do understand. Understand, that is good. In colony, we speak good. Nice, forward. Using mouth is not as speak good. The thing might be hideous, but it's not outwardly aggressive right now. If you want to reach out to it properly, try to mimic its speech pattern, pun intended. Yeah, this monster's not mindless, and while its intentions seem to stem from survival, that's not the most evil of leanings. The same level of chaos as Discworld, truly. Perhaps you can indeed hear it out. Can you trust a monster built to trick people to death? Punch it in the eye? So, are you friendly? The creature makes a nodding-like motion. I am! Well then, time to talk. Look, the goblin says, turning away from the monster. I wouldn't trust this thing at the end of a 10-foot pole, however. If you can get some nice info out of it, trust but verify, alright? So, the mimic looks around. Mission. Wizard told to guard, stash. A stash, huh? But room change place, chamber shift, time pass. So guard make moves, feeding, guarding from people coming from not dungeon. Poor little guy's been stuck down here for a very long time. Convince the mimic to join your party. Please, God in heaven. That's a 27 check. Right. Well, this might seem pretty simple at this point, but you gotta convince this thing that you'll be its new master. Oh. And you do that by, hey, mimic. Meek. Yes? When was the last time you saw your master? Master, yes. Master was... It fidgets on the wall. Master had, Master say... Meek should then, Meek not sit Master for long. Long. There we go. You made those gears start turning. Now hit him with the big one. Your old master's gone, Meek. Oh, but... No buts. He's gone. But it's okay. I'll be your new master. Oh! The mimic's eyes go wide, revealing a horrifying mess of shiny pupils. Then it begins to shake. No, that does not... What? Only the master can order. Old order. Still fresh order. Maybe ask... What exactly was the order? Order? Master talk. Guard Meek, guard stash. Guard Meek only order by master. Well, there's the loophole there. Your guard Meek? Guard is title. Title is guard. So if you stop having that title, then you're no longer guard Meek, and thus you don't need to follow the orders. Meek stares at you for a moment. It turns to your companion as well. This sounds logical to me. Yes, that works. But Meek is guard Meek. Not anymore. By the power granted by me in the city of Norfolk, I officially deputize you, Mr. Meek. What? The Mimic jolts around on the wall. Your new title is now Deputy Meek. Congratulations. Want to join the party? The horrid screeching sound is emitted from the monster as it leaps toward you. Shit, the goblin yells and steps back. Embrace it. Within a moment, you realize that the Mimic has left its pose and turned into a cloak. Cloak I am. If danger, I tell. A familiar has joined your party. Keep familiars equipped to gain bonuses and dice checks. Deputy, Meek at service. Are you sure that's safe? Well, it's the worst that can happen, Schnell. Be useful to have a little guy around. Yes, little guy. Fuck it. I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's keep the Mimic around, why not? He mutters to himself. I could write a book on famous last words after this whole thing. Very good, dude. And we get to open the box. He fucking bit my hand for one point of damage. Your buddy Meek. He keeps you out of trouble. The scar for the face flips around in your grasp to face you. Ahoy! Hello, Meek. Hello, Master. You do enjoy being called Master. Yeah. A Mimic is a strange familiar, but this one is not half bad. Meek is very excited to join in on your adventure. You keep an eye out for traps and stuff? Yes, Master. Meek know how underground good. Meek will warn in time for trap. Considering its instinctual nature, don't expect it to warn you before the trap is triggered. Sweet! Might be creepy to have a monster around your neck, but if it gives you a bit of a heads up to any trap being triggered, it'll at least give you a decent advantage. Just don't trust it too much, yeah? Tell me more about your old master. Hagenshag! Yeah, that guy. Old master is an arcanist. Yeah, that's what he said. Just like me? New master is better than old. Better arcanist. Did he cast powerful spells? Yes. Meek once saw old master destroy 10 humans at once. Did he do it with a fireball, perchance? Perchance? What does that mean? Means, it's a thing smart people say. Oh, makes sense. Master's smart after all, but no. Old master only uses trickery magic. He makes all humans go mad. They killed each other with sharp sticks. Cool. Married. Old master was really big wizard big. That's all, man. Old master is old, new master is better. Much nicer. That's all for now, Meek. Thank you, Meek. You're the best girl. Not sure if I want to equip him because I would rather my stats. I'll be taking this though. Got the bone dust and knock. Oh, there you are. Found ya. What were you doing in here? 60 feet is crazy. Choose an object that you can see within range. The object can be a door, a box, a chest, a set of manacles, a padlock, or another object that contains a mundane or magical means that prevents access. A target that's held shut by a mundane lock or that is stuck or barred becomes unlocked, unstuck, or unbarred. If the object has multiple locks, only one of them is unlocked. When you cast a spell, a loud knock audible them from as far away as 300 feet emanates from the target object. I'm sure that will be relevant. Books or chest? Well, let's open the chest first. I'll take the healing potion and the incense. Damn, dude. A stack of cryptic books. Now we're talking. Now, many books. Now we're talking, dude. Now we're cooking. Would I wear the Mimic as a hat? Oh, is that what it is, Graham? It's a hat? A stack of books sits crooked on the floor, half buried under layers of dust. The blue light from windows appears to land upon the surface and stick. You recognize the binding style. These are late Arcane era. One tome is clearly arcane. The cover bears ward marks that makes your eyes itch. Doesn't seem like there's any danger here, right now at least. Decipher the warded tome. The wards recognize your competence. They part like curtains. Inside you find a treatise on sensory magic illusions. This Hagenshags was studying the relationship between perception and reality, rigorously, mathematically. Hundreds of pages of experiments of the mixing of illusions and divination. Look over the results. He posits the mind does not receive reality, it constructs it. For each moment, your senses gather fragments: color, sound, pressure, heat. and something deeper, something he calls the interpretive layer, assembles those fragments into a coherent world. Wouldn't say a hat, technically in a TF2 sense. I would wear an alien on my head. The question he asks is not quite so directly what happens when you tamper with that layer. Not showing someone a fake image, not casting darkness over their eyes, rather, reaching into the mechanism itself through esoteric means, thus adjusting the assembly. This does not appear to be too far-fetched. It does not. This seems to align well with the scholarly basis of your education. However, the next part does not. The last half of this tome, throughout many trials, mostly performed on himself, you gather. This man who calls himself a hag and shags, he shows results pointing towards a measurable conduit within every string, one visible only through this altered layer. The bloom of Jor lies upon each caster, he writes, all channeled through the gates, invisible, hidden. Even the outer gods are blind. How else would the Lich sustain himself? How else do the pockets both increase below and decrease above? Only I can see the truth. Only I can master the relic left by Umbramexis. Mexis? All I need is to locate it. That one word, one key to unlock a world of total dominance in the new era. Umbramexis, the all-wise one, the black dragon of old Dimenor, known for holding the largest dragondom at his peak. His capital was the underground city of Silverslove, constructed under the central marshland of the band. His strength was based on esoteric might, and he was known to carry a burden, 100 human wizards on his back when he went to war. Silverslove is an ancient ruined city, hidden under the marshlands of Central Reeds. It was abandoned towards the end of the Draconic Civil War, and very few have managed to ever gain entrance, and ever fewer have returned from delving into the trapped and cursed walls. All I need is Power Word Ebb. Power Word, a series of powerful spells that focus entirely on enforcing a single reality shift upon a target. Originally created by dragons whose magic was verbal only, the early arcanists learned from their masters and copied many of these words into their own spell. Ebb, you say? Stare at the last page. Madness. The type of madness only born from revealed truth. Close the tome carefully. The wards seal themselves behind you, satisfied, perhaps, that you treated their contents with respect. These books are not worth petting. I disagree. I only need one word. Ebb. Esoteric Ebb. That's the one-way door. There's another trap up ahead. I probably should wear the funny dragon, the funny mimic shirt, but I think I'll just walk into the trap. Bees in the trap, Ma. Pop it, drop it like it's hot. So that's it, huh? I guess the thing is supposed to move around, but... Let's go back to the surface. That's the dungeon for you. We'll go back up to the surface and see if I can't get him some good reading tonight. Good reads. Good reading, gentlemen. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, we in the fucking undertow, brother. Nah, let's not do that here. Hello. We've already beheld him. The smell of salt. Roll a d20 to piss your pants. Thoughts on the art style? I think it's lovely. It's got its own little unique charm, and certainly charm that definitely fits the tone of the game, I would say. I think it hits the right notes, I'll tell you that much. They won't let me grease. They won't let me grease her, dude. Please let me go home. I just want to read my books, dude. I don't want to do anything else. You gonna spend some time flipping through the archives? He wants you to tell him if you're going to bed or not. Maybe I'll come back later. Oh, my bad. Long day. I have a feeling tomorrow will be even longer. I'm heading home. See you tomorrow, cleric. You stand alone in the tower. Hell yeah. Alright. So, I think we've done everything up there. Let's read. You approach the archive once again. You could spend an inordinate amount of time sorting and investigating these documents. It could be of value to spend time here, or it could not. A conundrum. Oh, one that says Asgul's 90 minutes, a 90-minute read. The massively complicated bill of sale goes crazy, though. It's a large number of documents detailing members of the local Asgul movement. You spend an hour and a half looking through the quite creepy details into the lives of the handful of Asgul members. You read a few that appear relevant. Alphonse, exile, born in Vizca on the 12th of Cronus, 489 AE, 49 years old. Fourth son of the second branch of House Bon Emvers, foreman of the Workers' Party, registered for citizenship in 489 AE. Bon Emvers, one of the 5 exiled families or clans that form the surface kingdom of the Vizca Peaks. Simi, exile, born in Norvik on the 27th of Somiel, 497 AE, 41 years old, member of the Masonry Guild since 2 PE. Zerba, exile, born in Vizca on the 2nd of Gorgoni, 510 AE, 28 years old, 7th daughter in the 3rd branch of House Bon Emvers, registered for citizenship in 10 PE. Modissa, human, born in Norvik in 9 PE, 18 years old, no known guild affiliations. There's a list of over half a dozen offenses on her record, and she has been arrested several times between the ages of 12 and 18. Huh. It's terrible that the archives contain such information on these people, but having now read it, you do have perhaps more of an understanding of them all. Perhaps you can use it for good. Absolutely, for your own good. You wonder, who keeps these records? Must be some freelance investigator hired by the city. A bit invasive, but this could be useful. Quite, if you ever have the unfortunate fate to deal with the Asguls. Let's check out the short report entitled Tolstad Tea Shop Fire. It's a single page going over the official statement regarding the tea shop incident on the 21st of March. You spend 30 minutes looking through the report. There's some interesting details here, mostly things you've heard before. However, one detail that sticks out to you is the several people do mention a man in yellow leaving the scene. Most likely is not your culprit, however, if this person is avoiding authorities, then he could know something relevant. Interesting. We will do the 2 hours. We'll check the 3-hour bill of sale tomorrow. What about the old ledger, Undercoast expansion efforts? It's a thick tome worth of accounts from explorers of the Undercoast. You spend 2 hours looking through the rambling journals. A journey through the gravity shift tunnels, a trek past the infamous gnome liches of perpetuity, surviving the depths of the yelling pits of loudness and the fungal valley right above it. These are all real places. And then it goes on for several chapters on the topic of traversing the Undercoast itself, along with visits to various enclaves and remote isles and esoteric events that often change the landscape that far seaward. The knowledge held within might not help you directly, especially by just taking a quick look through it, but if you run into trouble below, some of these tips could save your life. Glance at the note. A short list is stuck to the last page. It contains a bunch of names you don't recognize. It says Druidism meetups, they meet in various parks and eat some sort of snack. Not interesting, nor dangerous. Druidism, like agriculturalism but more liberal. The Undercoast sure is scary. And let's go to sleepy. Lie down, take a long rest. Get a good healing, get all my points back. God in heaven, dude. What a day. What a fucking day. You lay down in your bedroll, finding sleep kind of difficult. As you stir, you think about your quest. The Star Witness, the Man in Yellow. Frank, son of Frank, it might just be a dead end, though you've got a distinct feeling that he's lurking somewhere below. As your mind wanders, you get an intense feeling that you've missed something in the tea shop. We're gonna have to go back tomorrow. Whatever it is, you'll need to figure it out before you report to Lady Sageleaf. Don't forget about the election. And poor drummer, trying to ship himself off into the unknown. Smart of you to keep him around. You'll probably get a chance to talk with him again before the election. There's also the Hag, someone holding a meeting in the tea shop right before the explosion. Kind of suspicious. So many loose threads, but don't worry, you've got time. It's time to delve deeper, past the below, among its many secrets. Some path has to go deeper. Before you know, 8 hours have passed. You successfully completed your long rest. That's the third day. Another day full of trouble. The end is near. It's time to open your heart. The people of Tolstad cry out for you. You really got to finish this today, or else people are going to talk. I have so much stuff to do today. Hell yeah, brother. Time to get to work. Stress. Pray. Tranquility. Nothing to pray about. Ain't nothing to pray about up here, brother. And obviously charm person, grease me, inflict wounds, speak with animals, prayer of healing, knock, enhance ability, bark skin, bless me, cure wounds, shield of faith, detect the light. They're just gonna give me every spell. I'm just too fucking smart, dude. I'm too fucking smart. Can I check you again? I've already perfected you. Hello again. Good day, cleric. Her voice is cold and emotionless. I just want to say what you want. With all the profitable things in the world you could be doing, you've chosen to hassle a Celestial. Which, if going by the Freestrider's example, will end up being a long and drawn-out affair, leading to nothing but a handful of headaches and a couple of genocides. Don't bother with frivolities. Celestials are higher beings, and you must engage them in that manner. That's correct, actually. She's not the type to do small talk. It'd be rather rude than polite. Oh shit. I'll try it. We can talk about Earth. You clench. You pause unnecessary bodily functions. And some necessary ones, like breathing. Then you focus on the goal. Speech. Tell me about Earth. She stops writing. Looks like a harmless pause. Just be careful. Uh-oh. She mimics a sigh. The fated man god, Earth of Norvik. That's him. Yeah. She lifts her hand, pointing towards her chest. I serve as remnants. Dizishi Shmokau. Celestial, meaning something akin to children of dragons. The term refers to how most humans were slaves to dragons for centuries before the Arcanists broke their chains. Interesting. She leaves no words in your mind. The Celestial turns her head in your direction just a bit. I uphold my honor through service to the Coin Lord. You should quit. There or sucks. The angel's many eyes land upon you. They stay for a while before she returns to her documents. She's amused. Oh yeah, that's working. Keep shitting on her boss. Stand tall. He sucks ass. Real ass. Her many eyes now look away. Okay, that was a bit much. I'm unsure about many things. Yet for now, I serve. For good or ill, Valkyrie update. You've got an inn. She is a fascinating creature. Ask her for more. God, she's terrifying. Yeah, she's horrific and a powerful force. Get to know her better. Attempt to flirt. Get to know her better. You will falter before the steps to divinity your manhood crumbles, as you ask about, religion. Maybe another time. Yeah. What do you know about the pale man in the morgue? She closes the book floating before her. Avoid that creature. There is darkness there. Her halo spins erratically for a moment. I've been told to not interfere. He's too powerful. You should serve him instead. Both with the Mortician and his helpers. The Pale Man's reputation is insane. What the hell is he? Hello, Asher. He's surely a powerful wizard in hiding. Is he a wizard? Of course. At best, he's a weak Arcanist. At worst, he's a powerful Arcanist. A true Arcanist would be fascinating. It is not impossible to imagine. Okay, good info, thanks. She opens her book again. Do not engage, that is my advice. What do I know about Celestials like her? Celestials, a gathering term for creatures born out of and from the Good Plains. There are many such creatures scattered across the coast. The only major civilization of Celestials is located in Diviny Torum, the Golden Horde. Should I even talk to her? Depends. Will you say what she wants to hear? She is lonely, but her demeanor does not scream, please socialize me. Will you join my party? You seem like a strong companion. No, I'm busy, cleric. If you play your cards right, anything's possible. Disappointed. Highly disappointing. Have a good day, Atir. Well, I did my best. Oh, what the fuck was that noise? It's raining out, too. That's interesting. I wonder how that's going to affect the day. Also, new quest. The Divine. Atir the Angel working for the Magistrate Darrow is your roommate during this investigation. You find her elusive yet intriguing. Find out more about her by performing the most difficult of techniques. Speaking with her. The Divinitorum. We have to go... We have to go... talk to our boy. No, my trash can, dude! Hey, I got like a bunch of cash. What do you have that I can trifle from you again? Comprehend languages? No, you gave me comprehend languages, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
I like to browse your wares. Esoteric shards, scroll of comprehend languages. Empty Efreeti bottle would probably come in handy. Give me the helmet. Nope. 10 pieces of incense, a pair of bone dust, dream patch. No, no. No, 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 no. I'll behold you again, though. For a 6. Kill me. Stormblood. A skilled merchant, businesswoman, halfling entrepreneur. Man, you could learn a shit ton from someone like her. Your fucking mom. Let me go get our boy before we start rummaging around in the toy store again. Got the damn dwarves. Oh, hello. A somewhat mysterious dwarf. Oops. A dwarf ignores you and whispers to himself, "The storm is calling to me." Hello. The storm really is calling to him. How am I? I'm doing okay. Not too bad, not too bad. Just chilling. There he is, there's my boy.
Huh?
Good afternoon, cleric. The golem gives you a questioning look. You ready to head out? A bit later than I usually get started, but yeah, I'm ready. Alright, let's hit the road. First, we're gonna go back to the tea house and inspect it. Get our final... Try and get our final rolls out of the way. If not, then that's what all the shards of Jor are for, you know? That's why I picked up like 40 of those things. And then we will go back down into the dungeon and look for our boy. Our boy in yellow. But other than that, I don't really know what to do for the rest of the day. Hang out in the damn sewers, I guess. Oi! Alright, we fucked up a lot, so let's keep going with it. Look over the debris. It's a -2 check. That's how well I did. Doesn't matter. Still a natural failure. Very funny. Nope. A nat 1 is still a failure. Hilarious. Lifting some of the wreckage, you spend 10 minutes searching around the crevices behind the booth until something catches your eye. Something not burnt. You reach out and grab it. A melted Ilum brooch, but it's a tiny metal leaf. It fits in the palm of your gloved hand. As you wipe the soot off, you find it in a strange condition. Its intricate design shows both value and style, but you feel a tingle down your arm. The tiny leaf fits in your palm of your gloved hand. A magic item. The brooch itself is half melted. The magic item does not get destroyed like this. Not by anything but the most powerful magic. It simply doesn't happen. You glance over your companion. He hasn't spotted your find. I found something. Oh? The goblin scoots on over to you and looks at the tiny pin in your hand. Strange. Interesting. It kind of survived the fire? Bring it with. Show it to the old lady. Sure. Looks around. Let's focus somewhere else. A symbol... Oh, 2 charisma. Advantage against elves goes crazy. Carried only by those affiliated with their goddess. It has a minor magical aura around it, yet it also is half melted. Magic items do not so easily break. Interesting. 2 charisma doesn't really do anything for me anymore. Alright, let's see. Did I miss anything else? I've already checked the shards. Alright, we already checked this guy. Good one. Yeah, we already checked all that. Let's check the painting. Let's check the painting, and then we will check the table. A frame for a painting. The actual picture was obviously burnt away in the blast. It's iron, melted. Should leave. Alright, so I guess it's just a table then? The only not disintegrated thing in the central chamber is the stone slab. It's just very cooked. A table. It was once a stone table, now it's all scorched as the rest of the tea shop. Maybe leave it alone. Your arms cannot carry that burn. Ah, a table. Must have been flipped over by the force of an explosion. You want to flip the table? Yeah, we have to. Oh! Whoa, I can't believe we did it! You grab the thick table with your gloved hands, gripping it firmly and strongly. Snell copies your movements on 3. 1, 2, 3. Don't be a body. Don't be a fucking body. It's a fucking body. Oh. You stare into the dark corner of the tea shop. Amidst soot and broken tile, you see a corpse. It almost disappears into the destruction around it. Snell stares at it. He's silent. Give him a second. He'll appreciate it. Gods be fucking good. Huh. 1 casualty. He flinches and looks at you. Yeah, confirmed. The corpse appears completely charred to you. Such destruction would make it very difficult to identify. A new game release? Yeah, absolutely. The size is average, the human terms, somewhat slender. Hard to make out anything other than a silhouette. The goblin steels himself. How much experience do you have with corpses, cleric? Your thoughts land on anatomy books, basic medicine training, nothing practical. Clear your throat. The goblin breaks his intense stare down at the corpse and turns to you. He's afraid the corpse will awaken. Cleric. I can handle it. Good to hear. We should do a preliminary checkup just to scope out the scene. Then we'll get it transported to the Lich House, I guess. We should get Viskin to examine it. Aha. He's barely listening to you. I'll check the head. You, check the hands or something. He's keeping a healthy distance. The goblin is afraid. He does not want to touch the corpse. You feel bad for him. Nasty business this turned into. Well, time to go to work. You take a few careful steps up to it, and then kneel. Seeing it up close causes you to shake. Look at the torso. A dark mass, once skin, now appears to be but a solid mass. It doesn't even smell. The intense heat caused rapid muscle contraction, freezing the woman in place. She placed herself in this position, most likely to cover her from the explosion. Nothing but blackened, brittle carbon residue. Whatever led her to this corner, it was quicker. Woman, unknown age, she crawled up in this position moments before the explosion. She did not suffer. Got it, good info. He leans in slightly closer, too far to see anything, the poor goblin. Focus on the hands. You see the left hand is half destroyed. Perhaps they landed on it. Could have shattered in the fall if the source of the fire was instantaneous enough. Most likely the fire would have taken at least half a minute to be lethal, and if only the fire source was hot enough to cook the target's brain. The thought causes your stomach to churn. The right hand is clenched near the victim's hip, holding to something. A clue, of course. You've read stories like this. The victim always grips something important, then they die. Looks like something brittle in the grip. Perhaps leave it for later? You'd have a real gentle touch not to break the content of that fist. Go for it. You attempt to pry and dig, but clearly you're not doing very well, because soon enough the charred hand crackles and the corpse's soot. God save us all. Ow, dude, your everything shivers. There's corpse stuff all over your hands. Muffle a scream. In your panic, the hand disintegrates further, creating a pile of dust and chunks on the scorched floor. Oh my fucking god, dude! Oh, that hurts. Jesus! Your gloves, they're covered in person. It is horrific to be so close to death. As the terror wears off and the soot comes off, you find something in the mess you made. Glimmering. A chain. A thin gold chain, or parts of it. However, the second after you see it, you watch it begin to glow. An esoteric glow. Then it starts to break apart in front of your eyes. The gold chain, within seconds, turning into another pile of dust. The fuck? That was magic, right? Yeah. The goblin grimaces. A defense mechanism. Nothing you can deal with now. And the head? Not so much to see. Fire's burned off everything. While charred beyond recognition, the skull itself is fairly intact. The mouth is intact. Good. And why is that good, exactly? So you can have someone to talk to, of course. Speak with dead. It requires an intact mouth on the corpse to successfully mimic the speech. Even if this condition, the corpse should be a valid target. Do I notice anything else? A good question. Looking for distinguished features, you do notice something interesting. The ears. The ears. Ears? Look at the ears, Chanel. He squints. Barely there, what about him? Look closer. Sure, what am I supposed to... Oh. Oh. Wait. Despite barely keeping a recognizable form, what remains of the ears have a peculiar shape. The enemies are Nazis? That sounds about right. They're sharp, pointy. Ah, pointy ears. He looks around. There's only one humanoid creature on the coast with this body, size, and pointy ears. Not an orc, not a gnome, not a human. The goblin takes a step back. Oh, no chance. Denial for both of you. It's unbelievable, but just the concept of such a rare creature being found in the second-rate tea shops, there's no doubt. Oh, no. Your companion glares at the corpse, his head then slowly turns towards you. Oh, no. Oh, dear God. It's a damn elf. Scent of a cool, midst flame amiss. This is the death you fear, the dramatic end to your career. Did they know? No, they couldn't have. Yet you have, through no means of your own, landed in this trapped hallway of a mission. You only have one choice now. Find out exactly why this happened. Who killed the elf? Who blew up the tea shop? You feel the answer must lie below. Far, far below. Your eyes follow the towering dark knight as he walks past, heading down the stairs. The body is secure. Good, good, the pale man answers behind his desk. Snell leans against the iron slab, his eyes fastened entirely upon the elvish corpse across the chamber. I think I expected a dwarf. Huh? A dwarf. A dwarf. The tea shop used to be a gathering place for the Askulls. My first thought was of infighting or political assassination. But an elf? There's like 3 of them in the entire city. What should I say? Just share your feelings. Ask him about it, like how fucked you both are. This is a mess. A right fucking mess. Should be easy to identify an elf, right? You'd think that. I'm guessing it'd be possible. This is above my rank. Uh-huh. But I don't see anybody jumping at the chance, so you're still serving the old lady for now. So what now? He takes a deep breath. The goblin does not look forward to reporting all this. Gather any remaining clues in the tea shop, then we report to Lady Sageleaf. He snaps his fingers. ASAP. You hear the pale man clear his throat across the circular chamber. Cleric, I'm finished with my report. I want to check out the corpse again. Ah, yeah, you obviously want to do the thing. What thing? You know, the thing. He holds up a hand to his mouth and mimics talking. Elaborate. You know, the thing you clerics do with the corpses. What's it called? When you speak with the dead? You never had a chance to cast Speak with the Dead before you came here. Speak with the Dead? Yeah, what's it called? Speak with the Dead. He glares at you. Are you making fun of me? No, it's called Speak with the Dead. Oh, right. He closes his eyes and groans. He's embarrassed. Or simply annoyed. Either way, nice. Can I speak with the dead? That's the thing. I don't think I have that spell. I can speak with animals. Right, that is the thing I am somewhat capable of doing. I never did any corpse of the towers, however. I believe it is time to do so. Great. And don't call it corpse stuff, doesn't sound good. Agreed. But you get 5 questions from that spell, right? With that, you should easily be able to figure out who, what, why, when, and so on. Perhaps Viskin can tell you something about that spell. Let's talk to Viskin. Here's report. Yeah, sure, lead the way. Viskin, you know anything about speaking with the dead? Viskin, my boy. Oh, unless you just simply prepped it for me. Unless you actually just prepped it for me. Unless... No, that's Bracers of Thievery. Lowers the DC of trifling checks in your proficiency. +2 dex kind of goes crazy, honest to God. A pair of iron and leather bracers, marked by symbols of Ilum craftsmanship. They're extremely magical and grants the wearer an intense improvement of sleight of hand, trifling related activities. Not too bad. The problem is that I can't, in fact, speak with the dead. Take a closer look. Moving it to the Lich House has caused some minor scuff marks, but nothing major. There's a gentle repose cast on it. That's how it survived the journey in one piece. How'd they move the cast here? The so-called duck. Viskin and him performed a corpse retrieval. It was an impressive feat of magic to keep it intact despite the short journey. You're one fate away. Hello, Viskin. Mind if I trifle you? Mind expansion potion. Yes, he says with a smile, putting away some of the documents before. The Dark Knight works for Viskin. Why? Raz the Goblin has Viskin on his CV. You failed figuring him out. Tell me about the dead elf. Yes, cleric. There are a few points to go over. 6 points of interest to be precise. He hands you a piece of paper with points on them. Tell me which points you wish to go over. The goblin groans. Don't give him choices. We'll be here forever. You should pick the last point first, then go random. Keep them on their toes. Begin with the least interesting. That will keep you engaged and most susceptible for information gathering. Start with the most important first. You need to know this. Who cares? To get through this boring list as quickly as possible. Point 1, the transfer. Yeah, it went fine. The body was ruined, of course, but still intact enough. Thanks to the charring, that gentle repose did what it should. I, then, had a subordinate carry the corpse, wrapped in a yim silk, a special fiber material. With the minor damages, the transfer was completed. It's an elf, right? Yeah, your preliminary assumptions were very much correct. While even the teeth had been ruined, the fangs presented as clear evidence. This is an Ilum elf, one without horns or other bestial alterations. Where's the two-piece? Point 3, sex. Yeah, sex. Surprisingly difficult to determine in elven folk. The pale man is not your type. While funny, this is probably not the best moment to attempt a joke. Go on. After much consideration, I've established that this was, at the time of death, a female elf. Good to know. Thanks. Mouth intact? It is. Which means you are able to cast Speak with Dead, cleric. I need some help with that. I'll see what I can do. Next point. Ilum identity. This elf is clearly of Ilum nature. Getting in contact with the embassy would be smart. Or foolish. I'd suggest speaking with Nicholas Darrow or his Valkyrie. Yeah, that sounds like trouble. That embassy's on the other side of town. Plus, they're not exactly known to be too welcome to inquiries. Hands. Yeah, they were quite broken when the corpse arrived here. I'm assuming she held on to something at the time of death? Did you take something out of her grasp, cleric? Yeah, a gold chain. Interesting. I would suggest keeping it in mind as a clue. It was destroyed, sadly. Ah, interesting. Yet it held up until that point. He nods. Point 7, cause of death. Fire. The easy answer is usually the correct one. She was incinerated instantaneously. The final shape of the body informs this judgment. I can't determine if she sustained any minor damage before, but the way she ended up making it clear, she was moving until the fire erupted. And that's all. Point 8, clerical compensation. No such point, cleric. What else? He's quick. The pale man is learning how to handle you. I have what I need. Right, good. Now listen. Speak with the Dead is a powerful spell. Where can I find it? Straight to the point. Necromancers are rare in this city. Some specialized clerics are taught it, but few are powerful enough to know it innately at 3rd level. However, for lack of a better way to put this, I know a guy. Tell me about this guy of yours. His name is Bondival. He is, or was, an arcanist, a pupil of the Fortress of Verdun, if you believe the rumors. The Fortress of Verdun is a perfectly square miles-wide urban expanse placed at the center of the Verdure Hills. Nothing grows around it, and there are no entrances, one of the great mysteries of Ascan, said to be the cursed city of some forgotten magocracy. Those who have attempted to scale its wall and survive say it's filled with undeath and general negative energy. A cursed and evil place you've heard about in stories since you were a child. Surely this is a necromancer. A necromancer? Bondival is an eccentric fellow. You may find him down in the crypts. Alright, I'll go looking. If you treat him well, he will surely share his knowledge with you. Once you're in the crypts, one of the western coffins has a handle that may be rotated. Do so, then pull. His private area will be revealed. Sounds cryptic. He enjoys his privacy, generally speaking. Once you learn to speak of the dead, return and cast it on the corpse. He leans back and nods. That's all. Anything else, cleric? Yeah, man. I need to figure out what's weird about you. You glare at the pale man, who keeps working on 2 documents for approximately 2 minutes. Eventually you feel in your thoughts. I don't mean to imply. I know more than an honorable Earthguard member, my good cleric. However, you must certainly have more important things to do on a day like this. He's correct. We can get back to this later. I'm gonna roll, like, 2 more times. I got 22 of these shards. I'm gonna roll twice. Ha. Figured that out. You stand there, mulling over all you know of this strange, pale mortician, when your attention is drawn to the air around you. It's damp and dry, cold, piercing through your chainmail, leaving you with an uncomfortable feeling, a feeling that appears locked within this place, this tower. You close your eyes, focusing intensely on the feeling all around you. It's not natural. It's very much esoteric. A negative energy flow permeates this place to its core. All of it focused around a single point. The pale man. By the gods, he's covered in negative energy. Even worse, it emanates from him. This is not a human. What you're looking at here is but the thin disguise of a creature most foul, most powerful. No mere spellcaster, no mere arcanist, no mere wizard. Viskin is a lich, an unliving, everlasting bastion of esoteric power. Learn from this creature. Like an actual lich? The eat your soul and play with your bones type lich? Yeah, you're afraid so. What do I do with this information? You got a choice. You can deal with it directly or contact relevant authorities. You can also just walk away, no worse for wear. You should investigate it further. But what if... I don't mean to interrupt, cleric, but you've been standing here in silence for almost 5 minutes. Is there anything else you wanted? This man is a lich. This man is a bitch. This is an ancient man, one forgotten, misplaced in time. You may learn much from him if you stay in his good graces. I have some questions. Stop, you've already wasted enough time, just leave. The pale man shifts in his seat. He makes it clear he does not want you to answer these personal questions. Very well. What the hell should I ask about? Ask what you can do for him. Be his servant. No. Oh, gods, get out of here. I've run out of questions. Good to hear. Yeah, nothing that I want to answer. I've got a thingy, though. Oh, what? Charm? Fuck. I thought I got him. It was a 19 check roll, and I was 18. Oh, I was so close to getting his ass, dude. I was so close to getting his ass. You move your hand and open your mouth to speak. As you do, the cleric, the spell fizzles. Please do not. With a single glance, the pale man dismisses your spell. What kind of creature is he to have such power? This guy's genuinely horrifying. Don't anger him. Run. Sorry, he had to. He lowers his head and gets back to work. Refrain from this in the future. I'm gonna give it another go. Do me again. Ah, you bastard! Cleric. Oh, go again. Go again. Sorry, I had to. One more time. Give me a nat 20. God, everything sucks all the time. And it was only an 11 roll. They hate me. They hate me. They hate me and they want me to die. Thank you, Viskin. I simply want to cut your nuts in half. Where's my boy? You found out that Viskin is a powerful undead sorcerer. A lich. But what the fuck are you gonna do about it? Suppose that's relevant at all to your quest. What's gonna happen? Am I trying to have beef with the lich? I've already tried charming him 3 times in a row. He doesn't respect the grind. We'll have to kill him. Was that a rat? Hang on. You're gonna have to take some flour. Oh, we're back in the dungeons. We back in the fucking mines, dude. We need to get our spell in the crypt. Speak undead to our fair gentleman here with my 1/3 spell slot, with my 1/3 spell casting slot, and then we need to report back to Lady Sageleaf, and then we'll pretty much be done with the investigation, I think. We also have to go find our boy. That's also a big part of this, is going to find our boy. Wait, where's the fucking crypt? Was this not the crypt? Oh, found ya. Oh, hello. Are you gonna kill him? Is that why you're down here? You gonna kill his ass? Oh, thaumaturgy. The Dark Knight stands in the crypt. He does not face you. Bow to him. Bow. He's very still. Excuse me, His armor creaks, his body moves. A voice. Soldier. Well fought. Bow your head. He holds out a gauntlet towards the open tomb. Divinity, hold ground. Feel it. This guy scares the shit out of me, Snow whispers to you. Such an edgelord. An edgelord is the name of a famous death knight in the service of the Shadow Lord, also a term used for people who dress up in dark armor and brood a lot. Thoughts on gambling? Yum! The Shadow Lord was an early walking god of the Divine Era, known for his legion of death knights and grasp they held over the old Dimenor for close to a century. His city, Savini, still stands today and is where the remaining Shadow Clerics gather. Hold out a hand towards the tomb. The string, one of utmost importance. It cradles here, within this one point. The first tomb of your god. You do so with decisiveness. There's no question of the sanctity of this place, but you've never understood it so well. Something has changed within you. It reminds you that cantrip you used to cast all the time. Thaumaturgy. Cast it. The power swells within you. Use Thaumaturgy to unveil sacred locations around the city. The Dark Knight says nothing more. He simply picks up his axe and leaves. You hear him take the stairs, up to the Temple of Earth, leaving you all alone in the crypt. It's a cantrip. You manifest a minor harmless wonder, a sign of supernatural power that follows you within range. The effects allow you to commune with sacred entities and locations, granting potential boons. You feel his presence. Wow, thank you. Well, I'm glad I felt his presence. However, before we can talk to this gentleman, you'll have to wait till next time. Damn, brother! Holy shit. A dead elf, huh? Well, we know exactly what we need to do to get this evidence quest out of the way. We have to get our report in, talk to the dead guy. We gotta go find our boy in yellow, who is probably dead at the bottom, being eaten by Viskin. I'm at the very bottom of Jor's pillar. Fuck. How's the playthrough affected my sanity? It's all ebb and flow. It's pure ebb and flow. With that being said, though, I am going to disappear from your sight. I'm going to cast Sight Beyond Sight and disappear. And I will see everybody tomorrow at 8 for Divinity 2. I hope everybody has a good one. I am going to die. God, Esoteric Ebb is such a good game. God, it's such a good game, dude. Farewell, farewell. There we go. I was going to say RimWorld will eventually pick up, but goodbye, everybody. Have a good night. Bye-bye, John Dave.